Back again. Today we are with Jon Granek from Primeline. We're really excited to have Prime here, especially given all of the recent changes in the world of Primeline. But Jon, take it away. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Ian. Appreciate the opportunity to get in front of the group. Again, my name is Jon Granek. I'm the director of outside sales at Prime. There's some housekeeping I just want to get out of the way. One thing is just remind you guys that you are EQP minus 5% with us. That is the best pricing we offer, so take advantage of it. That is excluding Yeti, which I'll get into in a little bit. But you're on EQP minus 5 for everything else in the line. So definitely take advantage of that. And some questions maybe about kind of how we're evolving and how we're Primeline again. Alpha Broder acquired Prime when we were a top 4 hard goods supplier in the industry. And it was a great, prospect to say, let's have one rep cover soft goods and hard goods. But in tune, the website, got eliminated. The brand name got eliminated. The website was hard to navigate once it became combined. Our inside customer service and inside sales were more focused on apparel, so they didn't know too much about Prime. Outside sales, unfortunately was incentivized to sell apparel, and Primeline became an afterthought. Don't forget about Prime. We lost a little bit of traction there. And S&S then acquired Alpha Broder and said, well, Prime's a great line, still in and of its own. They don't do hard goods. So let's spin Prime off and become a division of S&S. We are operationally independent, but we are a division of S&S. And now, we're going to market. You'll notice our website's different. Our customer service is now 100% focused on Primeline, so they understand all our hard goods. But why Prime again? Our service, like I was just talking about, our speed and our selection. And with regard to our service, this is the experience of our inside sales team. They're all going back to Jetline and Prime days. So not only do they have hard goods experience, but they have the knowledge of the line specifically. You're getting a tremendous amount of valuable resources, depending on where you're based in the country. And I can connect you, with anybody. If you do not have the map already, we can make sure you get it. But a variety of experience. And something else you can expect from us as a service aspect compared to other our competitors is we can have dynamic lead times based on our capacity. At the bottom there, you see the green. It could turn yellow or red based on how we are entering orders that day. So if we know a lot of orders have to ship on this day in this category, well, then our lead time is going to change. So if last week you looked, it was 7 days, you can come back this week, it'll be 3 days. That can happen based on our capacity. But if you're working on a program that, you need to have somewhat guaranteed lead times, we can say, all right, well, this is a 3 to 5 day program. If it gets to 7 days, we need to make sure this program still ships in time. And we're able to provide that. Something else, speed. We were the first to offer free 24-hour rush at Jetline. We've brought it back again, where there's a $35 net fee, but it is available. Sorry, I'm just going to shrink this so you can see everything on one page. It is available, and we're 99.7% on time with that. The average turn time in the industry, or accuracy on turn time, is 92%. So the fact that we're able to be 99.7 on 24-hour rush means we are doing it right and getting it out quick. And those are the methods that are available and not available. Although down the line, we will have full color heat transfers available. These are the locations that we are shipping from in Connecticut and South Carolina. And we are within 2 days of everywhere you see in the blue there. And believe it or not, that's where 70% of the industry spend is shipped to. So we are covering some good ground with those 2 locations. In addition to the service and speed is our selection. We have a great product line. And some of our best sellers to know, drawstring backpacks, tote bags, whether it's the non-gusseted tote bag or the grocery tote bag, basic stress reliever. Our number one selling item is a round stress reliever, believe it or not. After that is a basic drawstring, the nylon drawstring, our BG100. Those are consistently year after year after year after year the best sellers even still. It's important to know what's new, but it's really important to know what's selling. And those are the things we're selling. We're also obviously selling a lot of other things, and I'll get into some of those in a little bit, but those are some of our best sellers to think about. And one great category that we're able to address is our Core 365 with color consistency. It's one of the hardest things to do is stay consistent across different item categories. Well, with our collection of Core 365, you are able to go across category and stay in the same PMS color. And one thing to note on those, you see those swatches above that. You'll see that throughout the items on our website. Just hover over those swatches and it will tell you the specific PMS color so that you know exactly where you stand. And as we move into Q4, of course, our gift guide, you can find this on our website. You can find the Prime branded or you can find an unbranded version. That won't have the coded price or anything on there. We'll just have the as low as price. So you can be confident in that. But we can also customize, you can customize that on Zoom. We can also customize flyers for you. We are the leader in sports, events, themed verticals, holidays, industries. What I mean by that is if you're working with health and medical or finance or construction, we have a litany of product to tie into those industries. Or if you're doing an Earth Day program or a Pride event, we have something like that. Teacher appreciation, customer service week. We can create flyers and have a litany of product to tie in well to that. So keep us in mind for any time you want to customize flyers. And what we'll do actually is you see the QR codes there. We can only fit 9 or 12 items on the flyer. We don't want to limit it. We'll put that QR code on the back, and then they can just scan that and see the rest of the offering. So this way you're not losing any opportunity. Of course, like I mentioned, you want to know what's selling, but things that are new and hot from home entertainment, like that bamboo caddy you see there, maybe travel lunchwares. Black and Bloom is a great brand. I'll get into them in a little bit. All kinds of drinkware items. We found a really successful item in that pop-up lantern on the bottom right there. Seems to be doing really well. You just touch the top, and it's a nice little addition to any home entertainment kind of vibe that you want to create, or you want your customers to create. And we also have a lot of big retail brands. I mentioned Black and Bloom. That's a high-end lunchware company from the UK. They give 1% back to the planet of revenue, and they also give at least one free meal to people in need, or to someone in need, I should say, for every unit sold. And then, of course, Under Armour, we expanded that offering now. We have a bunch of new backpacks and duffel bags. We added Oakley now. So we have a bunch of Oakley backpacks, Oakley duffels, things like that. Two really big brands. And I mentioned bags, tote bags. But bags is our biggest category across the board. And it's, one of the biggest categories in the industry. So definitely push bags and think of us for that when needed. Dry Duck, actually, before I skip, Dry Duck, great brand. People know their soft goods. A lot of people don't know that we have their hard goods. We work with them on licensing product and developing. So this way that they are branded Dry Duck. But think of all outdoor themed, rugged kind of products. So really cool stuff. And of course, Yeti I'll get into. Office and travel is a big category in general for us. Luggage tags, so many times when I tell people, it's hard to believe that luggage tags are a top category for us, but we sell a ton of luggage tags, whether it's faux leather, or like a vinyl or silicone. We have a wide variety of luggage tags. One of our most popular right now is the one on the bottom there, TV 102, the blue one that has the Apple AirTag pocket in there. So the Apple AirTags have been really popular. So integrating that for luggage has been a saver for a lot of people. And our number 8 overall seller is right in the center there, the blue journal, LG9221. That is our Tuscany journal. It's been one of our top 10 items for the last 10 plus years. It's a really good item. It's a moleskin on a budget, but it's got a really high-end appeal. It's also a whole collection. So you have the larger journal that you see, the brown one up there, and then we have the brown Padfolio to the left. But we also have luggage tags, other journals, all kinds of different things, pens that are all part of the collection. Really great collection. Again, the Tuscany collection. And while we don't do custom kits, we do have a bunch of stock kits to choose from. from winter accessories, creating a nice home vibe with a blanket and a hat, or you do the scarf, hat, gloves. We can do a nice budget-friendly kit. The bottom in the center there, the blue one, comes with blue gloves, scarf, and hat, and a nice pouch. So we have holiday items for any budget. Always remember that there is no budget that isn't fillable. So don't always think that it is a high-end product that's good for the holidays. Another great brand all year round, but for the holidays is eConscious. If you're looking for a brand that lives and breathes sustainability, there's a lot of companies out there that have sustainable products, but eConscious is a company that by day they power themselves solar. At night they power themselves geothermal. They're a member of SEDEX, participating in SMETA audits, a member of the Sonoma Clean Power. So they are doing everything they can in addition to just providing sustainable products. They have all recycled materials that they use. So it's a great company with some great products. Here are some examples. If you're looking for a nice yoga mat, journal set, backpack, drinkware, there's a really cool massage ball. If you're looking for a good self-promo item, there's a cork massage ball with a little pocket in the front. Now the pocket's there so we can silk screen. But you can also use it as a nice leave behind for a self-promo. Put a business card in there. So great item. And of course, Yeti. Yeti is our star since we've added a couple months ago. When we launched it, we were at 5 business day turn time. Quickly became probably the most popular segment we're selling, and we got 300 times the volume we anticipated. Great problem to have, but we just didn't have the capacity, and lead time went up to 35 days. Well, immediately we looked into adding more capacity. Already we're at 15 days. In another couple of weeks, we'll be around 10 days. That's through the peak season of holiday with Yeti. Currently, if you try to get it from anybody, Yeti included, you're looking at 4 to 6 week turn time. And one thing that we're doing to address the problem that was probably paramount in our industry is inventory. We invested in $4 million of inventory and then already replenished over $1 million worth. So we are in it to win it. And again, one of the biggest problems was not having inventory. It would be sold, and then they'd get in line to Yeti, say, hey, we need this product. Yeti says, well, you got to wait. And then you got to wait 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and then get it decorated. And it just creates a really big backlog and frustration having to wait, undetermined shipping time. We're able to nail it down with the inventory in house. Not only that, our minimums are much lower. So while current MOQs for a lot of our competition is 48, our end quantity is 48. Our MOQ is 6 or 8, depending on the style. And that pricing itself is better. So, for instance, the little low ball is right there that you see there. That's 28 on a G. Okay. It would be probably $15 or $20 higher on a D right now. All right. So the regular Rambler bottle is at 43 on a G. Right now, you go somewhere else, it's 55 or 65 on a D. So the margin is slightly less, but the pricing is easier to explain. And you can also, in order to make up your margin, your EQP on Yeti, not EQP minus 5, but you're still getting EQP on Yeti. So you can buy EQP and sell column because no one else is offering EQP on Yeti. So you're able to make up your margin there, but you're able to sell a lower quantity. So between the lower pricing, lower quantity, and deeper inventory with the turn time, it's a much easier conversation. Even though it might be maybe $1 or so higher than Yeti, it's much more in line, and we're able to get it to you quicker in a more guaranteed fashion. I just got an order from a distributor for right around $150,000. Now, at that quantity, it was 4,500 Yetis. At that quantity, we were able to go a little lower than Yeti. But Yeti will ship for free, okay? However, they will not guarantee when they'll ship it or if they'll ship everything together. So we were able to get that even still being more competitive with our lower pricing, but our better turn time. So these are things that leverage in the eyes of the consumer more so than free shipping. So definitely think about it when you're pushing Yeti. We're making it a lot easier than anyone else can. And this is our product assortment to start. Right now, we're starting with their most popular styles and colors. Down the line, we'll get more styles and colors. We'll get more categories. We want the coolers, the lunch bags, all those things. And we're looking to get that. So be on the lookout. One thing to remember us for also, even with holiday time, we have global sourcing. And while it's completely custom and a lot of it's completely custom, it can be a long turn time. We also have a 30-day turn time for a lot of products. And with our global sourcing, I mean, it's great to tell a brand story, right? That's specific to you. That's not stock. Even though obviously stock items are great, custom is a little more personal, right? Obviously, great quality. We help with the ideation, the complete sourcing. And there's 3 ways to do it, really 4 ways. You have pure custom, which again is from scratch. Like we've done Tito's guitars or acoustic guitars for Tito's vodka, bobbleheads, things like that. Those are completely custom. We also have Prime with a twist. Maybe you want to take a bag that we have, but add Velcro or a zipper. We can do that. We also have the Express I mentioned, where like Rubik's, for instance, you can do a completely custom Rubik's and turn it in 30 days. Or you just want a product that you want a higher quantity, but you have the time. You don't need to get it quickly, so you can wait. You want a little better pricing for us to source it direct overseas. Those are the ways that you can utilize sourcing. These are our association numbers. So if you're ever looking for us in either search, that is any way to find us. And really quick, I am going to try and share a different screen here to show. Oh, I meant to hit a different button. Sorry about that. Sorry about this. Okay. Now, this is a sneak peek at what's new. So I'm going to buzz through this, not spend too much time because it's product data, but I'll send this over so you guys can see it. We want to be the leader in clear bags. So we have a number of different clear bags that we've already added and that we'll continue to add. They're good for any venue, whether it's a small amphitheater or an arena, they want you coming in with clear bags. Something else is sports. I mentioned we're the leader in sports, and our game time drawstring backpacks are a huge success. We're adding volleyball, but we're also adding smiley face. This is great for customer service week. Really good one. Again, clear bags. All clear bags are great, but they had to be 12 by 12. Now they could be just clear. Sometimes they actually have to be smaller than that. Like I went to an amphitheater by me where it had to be, I think, like 8 by 10. So definitely an awkward size. Fanny pack. And this is the backpacks if you want to see some of the Oakleys that we are now adding. Really nice stuff. And again, we have it all in-house. We're decorating it, so you don't have to order blanks anymore and send them to get decorated. We can do it all in-house and get it done for you. Here's the Under Armour. Nice drawstring backpack. Duffel bags. We did add a backpack as well, a regular backpack after this was created. Drinkware, finally adding the slim can cooler. This has become extremely popular over the last couple of years. We have the regular one, our CH100. That's it's a top 15 item for us. Anything medical related, the syringe highlighter was always a huge item. This was huge for us. It was removed along with a lot of other items in a lower cost profile for a variety of reasons. But we're adding them back because a lot of these products were identifiable with Jetline and Primeline. And this was always a great one, so we're bringing it back. Another segment of items. Now, while this ties into the desk and office, the pop-it items are huge. They're great for trade show giveaways. If you want a desk item, not only this, but the regular pop-ups are great desk items also, even though they're not desk related. This one's a pen, so that's why it's here. But anything pop-it related is huge. And I'll show you that in a minute. Bamboo is also another one that's huge. So we're adding a bamboo flashlight, a variety of keychains. Here's another fun keychain, the pickleball. Pickleball is huge. We have a lot of pickleball items. Bottle openers in general are a big one. Golf, we have a lot of golf items. This is adding to our repertoire. Bamboo, again, bamboo theme is kind of running across categories. And that's our idea is we want to have a particular theme that spans, not just focused on one thing. Toys and novelties are a great category for us that, again, this was one that was eliminated. I'm not going to spend too much time on each one, so I'll buzz through so you can see different stress relievers. Okay, you got the blueberry. We do really well with the fruit. We have the round earth, but there's a square, submarine, moon, different animals. These are the poppets that, again, we have the square and the round, the TY445 and TY446. Now we're adding all of these different versions. We cannot keep the poppets on the shelf. It's a great stress reliever also, in addition to like regular stress relievers. Think like focus items as well for special needs. So like they're a great way, like kind of like fidget spinners were used. The poppets are used as well. Ducks are another fun one. We've really expanded our duck line again because that was another one that came away. And that is it. That is all she wrote. I'm again just going to remind you, EQP -5. You get free spec samples with a shipper number. That does exclude Yeti. Again, anything like that excludes Yeti. EQP on Yeti, and you could do a self promo on Yeti, but it's just regular net EQP. Same thing with spec samples. It's just net EQP, but we can do them for you. Other than that, I could do spec samples at no charge for you. And that is it. Thank you, guys.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Thanks so much, John. I appreciate it. Question. So, is the current pricing, the EQP on Yeti, and the structure around like Yeti spec samples and that kind of thing, is that good through the end of the year? Are we looking at continuing on 2026, perhaps beyond? How
We're evaluating 2026. This is only good through 2025 right now.
Okay.
And then we're going to decide. I mean, it could go to 2026. We just have to review it still.
Okay. And when do you think we may know about how 26 is looking? Just because I know we're getting close to it.
I would say, what are we, 10/21 right now? I would say in the next like 3 to 4 weeks we'll have.
Okay.
Right now we're working on pricing in general. We don't anticipate much of a price increase for next year, which is good. But we just don't know. It really depends on how things kind of unfold. With importing.
Awesome. Okay. I tell you what, John, that was a lot of info. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for being a part of Promo EQP. I know our folks really, really enjoy working with you.
That's awesome to hear. It's our pleasure. Appreciate, you guys as customers. Thank you.